Hello, investors and traders, and welcome to the weekly market report with the market guys. I'm AJ Monty. Well, this is a 1-year daily candle chart of the diamonds, which is the Dow Jones Industrial Average ETF, and I have my lines on the chart from last week's report. And if you've been following us all along for the past couple of years, you'll know that we have the strongest percentage of accuracy in the world. And each and every week, I give you the evidence to prove how well technical analysis works as a forecasting tool. And right here, this diagonal line was the line that I drew from last Friday's close. This candle right here was the close from last Friday, and I drew my diagonal line saying that we would go lower this week, and then I drew this horizontal line showing support. And I also went on to say that the markets would break down below that support, and that's exactly what has happened right here. Now, when I do the forecast each and every week, I then remove my forecast line from that week, and I redraw what I think we will see for the following week, which is, in this case, next week. This is a very interesting time because Tuesday is election day. I think that we could very well see a dramatic drop in the markets. I think that we can even go so far as to fill this gap down here, mainly because the way the reports are shaping up, it looks as though Donald Trump is leading in the polls nationally, and that might be good news for all the Trump supporters. However, the market will not like that. We're going to see a similar move that we saw with the Brexit vote, where people thought the Brits were going to stick with the European Union, and in fact they voted to exit, and it jolted the market. That was back in June. I think we could see the same exact thing happen here as we go lower, and it could even be a dramatic low, but I'm being conservative with my line here. I think we can go and drop about 500 points next week as Trump comes through with a win. Now, I don't want to get into political forecasting because that's a lot more difficult than doing the financial forecasting that I do in the stock market. But I'm analyzing the numbers and I'm looking at the volume here, and you can see that on this red candle right here, you can see a dramatic increase in the volume. Today's volume is more than double what we had yesterday, and that tells us that the sellers are extremely motivated coming into the weekend. So I'm going to leave my line in place just like that so you can read it next week as I go over the market report next Friday. Now, if we look at the S&P, this is the S&P 500 ETF, again, my lines are still in place from last week. Look at that. Friday was the close here. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, all down. I said we would break down below that support. We did that. And again, the volume is increasing to the downside. Now, there's a gap down here in the S&P as well. I'm going to remove this line here, and I'm going to remove that line from this week and draw the new line, which I believe is going to, again, continue in this downward move. As the volume is increasing, it's increasing on negative candles or red candles. Now, if this was a normal week next week and not an election week, I would say we could probably recover, but we're seeing a long stretch of red candles, and again, it's the volume that I'm paying most attention to. With this gap down here, that gap is going to act like a price magnet to the downside, so keep an eye on that. Now, if you look at a more broad-based index, which is the Russell 2000, again, I have my lines. I said that initially we would make an attempt to go up on the Russell. This was the only time I forecasted an up move early in the week, and guess what? On Monday, we had that green candle. We just didn't go up as high as I said we would, but we definitely came down after that attempt. Now, the Russell 2000 is a little bit different. In fact, sometimes it'll go inversely related, and I think not all the time, but sometimes I think what we'll see here for next week is that we will see a little bit of a bounce on Monday before going lower. That's what I think we can see for the Russell 2000. The only reason is that we have a green candle today in the Russell 2000, and that's called a harami. A harami is translated to be a pregnant candle. It's a Japanese term, and that is actually bullish for the short term. So I think the Russell 2000 will go up before going lower. And in my final forecast from last week, I talked about the VIX. Now remember, the VIX is inversely related. I drew resistance here. I said we would move up on the VIX. That's exactly what happened. We moved up in a dramatic way, and we filled this gap right here. If you look at that, we filled the gap. So what I think we could see early on is I think the VIX could pull back a little bit, but ultimately I think we're going to go through the roof on the VIX, and that will continue higher. So keep an eye on the VIX, because that, like volume, is a leading indicator. This will act as support, but the VIX is now accelerating to the upside. And if I take a step back and look at this, if we break through this high right here, that is very, very bearish for the general markets, particularly the S&P 500. Now, if you'd like to continue learning with the Market Guys, just go to our Market Guy website. That's the marketguys.com. Click on the video tab right there, right at the top of the page. That will bring you to a library of videos that we call Market Shots, and you can learn about the role reversal. There's a role reversal video right here, and you can also learn about gaps and how to trade the gaps. I've mentioned that a couple of times in the charts and what the gaps mean. Here is a very short lesson. It's only about 6 minutes long. Watch the video, get the lesson, move on at your own pace. But we provide free education through this website. Feel free to visit that, share it, enjoy it, and again, stay in touch with the Market Guys. Again, this is AJ Monty, Chief Market Strategist for the Market Guys. Have a great weekend. We'll talk to you soon. So long.
For almost 3 decades, AJ Monty has motivated audiences worldwide about creating personal wealth and winning in business. His time-tested risk management strategies focus on ideas that involve a keep it super simple approach, also known as the KISS principle. These concepts have been delivered to people in over 16 countries around the world, reaching audiences in the millions. AJ is a best-selling author of 2 books, The Market Guy's 5 Points for Trading Success and Take Charge of Your Money Now, both of which have been featured on PBS Television, Fox Business News, ABC TV, as well as Sirius Money Radio. As a financial educator and consultant, he has worked with some of the most recognized names in the financial industry. Companies like Bank of America, Charles Schwab, E-Trade Financial, Scotiabank, and TD Ameritrade's Thinkorswim. If you have ever been challenged with having to make a tough decision regarding when to buy or sell a stock, then help is on the way. The Options Oracle and Equity Oracle Alert services are designed to help you make those tough decisions. AJ will not only help you find the best trade candidates, but he will also lay out the exit strategy for each position in an easy-to-understand format that anyone can follow.
Hi, my name is AJ Monty, Chief Market Strategist for the Market Guys. For almost 30 years, I've traded stocks, options, futures, and even currencies. I've traveled the world teaching people just like you how to profit in the market using time-tested strategies that focus on risk management. You see, the secret to making money in the market depends on your ability to limit losses when you're wrong. In other words, if you want to make a lot of money in the market, don't lose a lot of money in the market. Now that may sound funny, but it's true. Most investors are challenged with 2 questions. The first question is, how do you find a good stock? Well, the best way to find the right stock starts with eliminating all of the stocks you would not invest in. This process of elimination is called stock screening. And our services help you overcome the odds so you're putting your money where the money is going. We're simply following the trends. The second question most people ask of me is, when is it time to sell? Well, if you don't have an answer to this question, then you might find yourself in a position where you're holding on to your stocks when things go against you. This is the worst thing you could possibly do because I believe this is no longer a buy and hold market. It has evolved into a buy and protect market. Holding on and hoping for things to get better is not a strategy. In fact, doing this will eventually lead you to a catastrophic loss, and you wouldn't want that. Our trade alert services help answer these two questions. Not only will I help you find the right trade candidate, but I'll also show you how to use the charts to manage risk. I don't use the charts to predict the future. I use them to protect the future. The charts tell me when it's time to get out as well as when it's time to get in. And that's what I'd like to teach you as well. We have two services, the Equity Oracle and the Options Oracle. The Equity Oracle is an alert service for traders who would like to trade only equities, whereas the Options Oracle is our premier alert service for both equity and option traders. Each alert is laid out in an easy-to-understand format that shows charts depicting entry and exit points. Risk management is our cornerstone of each service, so you don't have to struggle with the decision of when to get out or when a trade goes against you, when should I take my loss. The strategy is to use the KISS principle, keeping it super simple. As a bonus, you'll have access to a live Q&A session as well, each and every month. This is where you can submit a stock symbol, and I will analyze these stocks while we discuss the best trading strategies for each position. And it gets better. In addition to the alert service and the live monthly Q&A sessions, we're also developing a member page that will include instructional videos about how to get the most out of our service. Without question, this is the best trade alert service available on the market, and we look forward to having you as our newest subscriber. Simply click on the link below to subscribe. It's easy. Once again, I'm AJ Monty, Chief Market Strategist for the Market Guys. Thanks for watching.
Enrolling in this service is easy. Simply click on the link below to subscribe, and your weekly alert will be delivered right to your email box. And if you act now, we will include AJ's best-selling book, The Market Guy's 5 Points for Trading Success. This is a first-time offer that will get you on the road to success and keep you there. Remember, if you continue to do what you've always done, things will never change. Positive results will only come after you've taken the first step in the right direction. We look forward to having you as our newest member.